understand what you're saying. No.
There it is.
Let's hear it.
Well, let's hear it.
Talk to us. Uh-oh.
Beadle and Decker, taking on sports talk like no one else. Michelle Beadle,
I'm just helping. I'm helping America one by one.
Cody Decker.
I 100% believe in revenge. Revenge is a great thing.
Back to the sports.
Back and ready for more.
Every time I tune them out, they pull me back in.
It's Beadle and Decker. Here's Michelle and Cody.
We're muted. There's no way we're muted. No. We're in the system. You guys just sit around and wait. No. None's up. I'm looking at the system. It says we're in there. Let's just wait for YouTube to completely catch up. Relax, Siren Larry. It's coming. Hello, everyone. It'll just pop up. It'll just pop up when the time comes. And they're saying I got to like turn it up a little bit. All right, I'll turn it up a little bit. There you go. We're turned up, Michelle.
Bom. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. But the chat is just claiming that we can't. So I say we just keep now we got audio. We're in, Michelle.
That is so weird that it just takes like its own time to decide when to do stuff. I don't really get. I mean, look, I'm never going to get it. It's technology, and who am I kidding? But that's crazy.
It really is, Michelle. But it's
okay. Well, we're here.
We're here. Everybody else is here.
There's a period of time.
The chat is live. Hey, Michelle, before we get into the actual sports on the rundown, do you think Tiger Woods actually has himself a problem, or is he just doing this for media purposes?
Oh, no. He's a pill popper. Like this is many years of this behavior, and he's been protected and covered because people, for whatever reason, love Tiger. And I've been over Tiger Woods for a really long time now. I don't know what we're waiting. I guess we're waiting on him to kill someone, maybe kill a family or something. I guess that's where we are in the Tiger Woods
that's what we need.
Journey. Because honestly, I don't know what else we're waiting for. He's done so many versions of inebriated, intoxicated, behind the wheel behavior. This is what, 4 or 5? He's only been busted for 2. So God only knows how many other things he's actually done.
Yep.
I have zero patience for people who do this. Zero. You want to mess up once?
Well, listen, I will admit that he doesn't have the Elon scapegoat this go around chasing him with a golf club, supposedly or allegedly.
There's nothing.
But I will also say, Michelle, how dare you suggest that this man has been hiding secrets for years, despite the fact that he was discovered multiple years ago in many documentaries about the many secrets that he's kept from the public for years.
I think he's just a terribly broken human being, who unfortunately for him doesn't seem to have, and I know he has friends because it's well documented, like all those events and stuff he'd have. He's got like 2-3 close, I'm assuming he still has them, 2 or 3 close friends that he's known forever who've sort of been by his side through the entire growth. But again, you put people in danger. You literally are risking killing people every single time, and
over and over and over again.
Throw his ass in jail. I don't prison. I don't know what, because what, he's Tiger Woods. Like, throw him in prison for a month. See how fun that is. Because this is, and then there's stories about how cheap he is. And that somebody in the circle apparently was talking about how there was a story that he was offered like the services of a driver for $100,000 a year, and he's like, I don't want to spend $100,000. 100 grand. He's worth
It's
$1.5
unreal.
billion.
Unreal.
Like,
It's unreal. And also on that
he's
top of that, I
broken.
also heard the other thing that was being reported. I don't know how the validity of it. I'm sure there is something to it. He also doesn't want a driver because he likes his secrets. Yeah, yeah, we
Bitch,
know. We know. Bitch, we
bitch.
know.
But there's all by the way, they're in this day and age where that we can summon a car with our phone, there's just no excuse. Like,
It's
thank
insane.
you. Like, there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's Waymo, there everywhere you go. I don't care what city in the world you're in, there's a way to not get behind the wheel. But when you are a pill popper, like you legitimately are popping those bad boys like TikToks. I forget the rundown. I should have pulled it up. I believe it was either the last one, that massive wreck, or maybe when he was found sleeping behind the wheel. The the drugs that were in his system in that day, there were 6 or
Mhm.
7 different drugs in his system, THC, what's I just did this the other Diwaded or what's the it's like a heavy
Oh, I know what you're
OG
talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah,
Diwaded, all
Dewatcher.
of them, Oxy, like I'm sorry, I don't even know how he's functioning with all that in your system, much less getting behind a wheel, like,
Dude,
Xan all of them, all at the same time, so his
is
inside's a
it
wreck, but
it's a little interesting because, like, didn't we also just deal with this with a guy that and hear me out on this, his, like, partner in something in Justin Timberlake, who also has had similar driving issues recently. They opened that place T Squared together in New York City, and I
mhm.
heard the rumor when they opened up at T Squared, like, they wanted to call it the Lakeside Pour. If people are coming over to T Square to golf in the city, they wanna make sure they get the Lakeside Pour was the rumor I heard going around. In case you don't know what Lakeside is, it's a really, 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 really high-end golf course in Hollywood that a
Oh,
lot of super high-end members of. Um,
hmm.
and they pour heavy there.
Yeah, those 2, no. That's not what you should be doing. And
Boy, T
I
Square's
don't
having
think
a rough week.
he's not gonna get help, like, I honestly, I don't care about Tiger Woods.
Me
I'm
neither.
just not here for him potentially murdering people, like, that's
Agreed.
my issue with it. Other than that, I never need to hear about him again. I don't care if he ever steps foot on I stopped caring about Tiger Woods, the golfer, years ago. Like, I don't
Mhm.
have the patience that some of these men who are obsessed with him have. Like, good for you, I guess, but it ain't for me. It
And you
ain't
know
for
what's funny? It's funny you say that because even I was part of those men that wanted the return of
you guys
Tiger.
love him, man. Yeah.
I don't anymore. I grew up a little bit because once he started pulling all the shit, I was just like, you know what? Never mind. Fuck Tiger. I don't. I hope he gets help. I just hope he doesn't hurt anybody or himself. Just get
I
the
don't
help you need.
care. I don't care if he hurts
That's fair
himself,
too.
that's fine. You know what? If this is the lifestyle it's the other people for me. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I care about at this point is that you potentially are gonna hurt and or kill people. And that's
Yeah.
it. You wanna go on the self-destruction road by yourself? Go by yourself. Go to the desert and take a little dune buggy, flip that thing over, do whatever you need to do. But like these every single time he does this, it is potentially a tragic situation for someone else.
This has been a lot of fun, by the way. And by the way, I'm really happy that you're joining me today because I got so much I want to talk to you about. First things first, why don't we just go ahead and get to the sports of it all? Michelle,
Sports.
could you tell me
Mhm.
about your league of the NBA? Because the NBA is really fun right now for me because
I
my Lakers will not stop playing. Listen, last night was awesome. Luca is outrageous. How
Yeah.
he finished the month of March, what like 40 points in every game. 2 nights ago,
Stupid.
you had LeBron getting his fifth triple double after the age of 40, which makes it only 6 times in history that's happened. One time with Karl Malone. I like to ignore that because fuck Karl Malone. And the
It doesn't
five
count.
times with LeBron. Um, Dude, it's just this team is running on every single cylinder, and I'm terrified that they're going to get knocked out in the first round.
Well, but I also think other teams should be terrified, that they're gonna play the Lakers who continue to be on high like, the West is crazy good, and it's ending if you look at the top, I think 5 or 6, I mean, I think Minnesota's only won 1 in a row, but everybody else in the top of the West is on, like, a winning streak, like,
Yeah,
legitimately multi games in a row. They
Thunder
are
3,
cruising.
Spurs 9, Lakers 4, Nuggets
Crazy.
6. T-Wolves
Mhm.
only one, like you said, got their first win in a row, but then you also have the Rockets who've won 3 in a row. It's just the
Yeah.
entire fucking West, man.
gonna be good. They're coming in hot, like, and it is perfect timing for everybody. It's like the opposite of what the East is doing weirdly, but it's what we're always told everybody wants, right? Is that you want to cruise into the playoffs just all on all cylinders, everything's cooking, players are all in, everyone's bought in, everyone knows what their job is, their role, and that's the Lakers are doing that as well. So I don't think they're to be uh not taken seriously. Like I legitimately am on the record as saying this could be a thing, which is gross to me, but here we are. It's also 2 months ago, like we were done with the Lakers. LeBron's going to be gone. Like these are all things that
Mhm.
we thought were fact 2 years ago or 2 months ago, and now they are to be taken seriously.
Very seriously. One question about it though. They do have the Thunder coming up twice in the next
Yes.
week. Is this going to be, do you think this is going to be like the test, or do you think there's like some sort of gamesmanship that you think JJ might try to play in this shit?
I mean, I hope not. I feel like I don't think you should. I know Detroit kind of did that the other night against OKC, which was a bit of a bummer because they actually almost beat them with like nobody playing. And it would have been nice to sort of test. I mean, look, at the end of the day, this goes through Oklahoma City. So I hope not. I hope you keep things going. I don't really want to mess with the rhythm. I don't want to really mess with any of that, but it is JJ Redick. So if anybody's going to play some mind games, it's probably him.
Mhm, mhm. Sounds like a JJ Redick thing. All right. Well, let's switch it over to the East because hey, them Celtics have lost 3 in a row all of a sudden. I'm not Celtics. I'm sorry. Them Knicks have lost
Yeah,
3 in
they're
a row
broken.
all of a sudden. And bad timing, or is this just one of those things like
No,
end of the season?
it's no, it's not. I don't think it's timing. I think they're really weirdly not where they should be at the beginning of April. Like it's this Carl Anthony Towns thing is perplexing to me. I don't get it. He is a great basketball player. He's a scorer. He's a huge dude. He should be dominating every single game and he's not. And his numbers weirdly and look, he had like 22 points last night, I think, and he was a high score. But that's the context has to be taken in, right? Like if you're just
Mhm.
reading box scores, you're not getting the full picture of what's happening in New York. And what it looks like is we are how many months into the season? We're 2 weeks away from the playoffs starting, and Karl Anthony Towns still doesn't seem to know what he's supposed to be doing in Mike Brown's system, and he's taking the fewest shots per game that he ever has in his career. His points are down as far as his entirety of his career is concerned, and I don't get it. Like, I don't know if those 2 have some sort of a personal clash that they just cannot seem to get on the same page, but, I mean, there's that shot of him last night where there's a huddle and he's just sitting. He's not interested in going over to the huddle. I'm like, "That's not okay. Not at this time of year. Are you kidding me? When you're supposed to have real dreams, hopes, aspirations to not just make the finals, but potentially win a championship." I don't get it, and I don't think it's bad timing. I think the juju's bad, and I'm not
It,
sure how you fix it.
is this a Brown thing? Because like I've heard
Yeah.
all like the insiders say, well, Tibbs kind of put out plays for Carl Anthony Towns. Brown just kind of doesn't work things for Towns, and he's leaving Towns to do his thing. And despite him being a great player, the fit doesn't work.
Stupid, but that's stupid, isn't it? Like, why? What?
Why? I don't get
And why
it.
are you not at this point, if you're Karl Anthony freaking Towns, and here's the thing, he's not wired to be the guy who's like, "Just give me the damn ball, ignore the you know what I mean? Like, he's not that guy. There are players that are like, "Whatever he just said, I don't care, get me the ball. I'm Karl." He's not him. And that's a little bit of a problem here because you kinda want him to be alpha dog. But also, I mean, 4 shots and a half? 4 shots and a half is absurd. A bench player takes more than 4 shots and a half. So I again, I haven't heard this. I have nothing to back this up with, but if a story came out tomorrow that Mike Brown and Carl Anthony Towns just absolutely can't stand each other and don't talk, I would say that all of the evidence would lead us all to be like, yeah, that checks because April 1st, and nothing seems to be better than preseason. Karl Anthony Towns said, "I don't really know what my role is yet." Like, a whole season's gone by, and we have not figured that out. It's
Team's
not
been
good.
third in the East the entire like season, and he doesn't know his role is a maddening thing to hear out loud.
My God, sir. Yeah, and then, as a basketball fan, you just look at Karl Anthony Towns, and you're like, "You should be awesome all the time."
Like what I
Just
would
all the
give.
time. God.
Like
I
I
know.
look, trust me, I look at my Lakers and what have we been saying all year? Oh, we don't have a center. We don't have a center. We don't have a center. I would give anything for Carl Anthony Towns to be
Yeah,
rocking purple and yellow. You kidding me?
and bought in, like, just, I don't know. I don't know, but it's and you know how Knicks fans are. I'm sure, out east, it's, the sky is falling type stuff going on because 3 in a row, but and not seemingly getting it. And also the games that they have won haven't really been against powerhouses either, so it's like a double-edged sword on this one. Wah,
Big
wah.
time.
I
All
like
right,
to I like to end my stuff with that now.
well, good. I have another story for us to womp womp about. Uh, Ivy has been waived in
Dude.
Chicago, and listen, it's not that he got waived, and he's clearly going through some sort of mental health crisis with the endless crash outs, and of course, he's going to try to cash out with the far right with all of the claims because he's being persecuted for his religious beliefs. And if
Mhm,
you're a
mhm.
dummy and believe that, congratulations. By the way, he wasn't fired and not making his wages. The team cut him. He's going to be paid out his year. So if he wants to sue them, by
Yeah.
all means, it's a losing battle right out the gate. And a lot of you seem to not know that the First Amendment does not apply to the fucking Chicago Bulls, you dumb bastards.
It is, yeah. He's smart. Look, if you're gonna crash out, adhere to some weird religious sentiment, and that will definitely get people who claim to be Christian victims,
Mhm.
riled up and on your side. So well played, sir. Again, the phrase "there's no hate like Christian love" is something I think about on a daily basis, just simply by perusing any given internet meme comment section, what have you. It is you could do whatever you could believe whatever you want. The
Mhm.
problem is when that crosses over into a hatred of an entire group of people and you justify it by something that is deemed untouchable in religion, you're gonna be awakened. The guy, it's not just that he fancied himself a preacher in the locker room. He was asking employees and reporters if they had been fornicated before.
And by the way, that's a
Oh,
fucking fireable offense like 10 times over.
so inappropriate. Like, by the way, I would love to have been in the room the first time he asked someone because I almost feel like I would be taken aback. Like, did what? What did you just ask me? Like,
It's
that's
funny you say that.
hilarious to me.
I read the funniest tweet of someone. It's like,
Oh
if I was
God.
that reporter, I would say, yeah, I get bitches. Anyways, you had 6 turnovers today. Can you care to comment?
That's I would yes, that's exactly how I would want all of that to go through. And somebody has a good point here. Chad has a good point. His mom's a coach at Notre Dame. Like, newsflash, there are lesbians and gay men everywhere. And so I just don't I'm not the minute I know that you've decided that you're gonna hate an entire group of people and you're gonna hide behind what you've deemed Christianity, I actually stop listening to you. I don't take you seriously as a person, and I know I don't fuck with you. So that's what's happened here. People decided
Mhm.
we're not fucking with you. Go do whatever you gotta go preach, bro. If this is
Yeah,
your calling, which I think you're just crashing out, but if it's your calling, go preach. Do whatever you gotta
yeah.
do. But you don't
But
get to keep
listen,
a job just because you've decided this.
you're right. And Michelle, listen, he can do whatever he wants. And by the way, again, he is getting paid out his contract. So it is the only year in his contract. It's not like they're taking the money away from him. He has literally no case. Also, he's injured and couldn't play anywheres. And I
Yeah.
believe there is an alleged quote going around that he told the team that Jesus healed his knee and
Mm.
they got an MRI and yeah, he's injured. Anyways,
Jesus know that the MRI machine's not working? Maybe
I
Jesus
just
didn't say that?
it's just unbelievable. The people coming out of the woodwork to defend it
Mhm.
because they really want to feel like they're
They
persecuted in
want
this
yes.
situation is just baffling to me. I
It
just
is?
simply no, it's
It's a
never
rinse
ending.
repeat.
It's
Yeah.
it's straw arguments. It's coming back with so you don't think the government should look into this? No, I don't fucking think the government should look in what? This
Oh, but
government?
you know that's coming. You know
Probably.
that's coming because
Oh,
this
you know
government
it's
also
coming.
claims there are religious folks who think Trump is, an actual, like, second coming of some sort, which again, okay. The man couldn't even hold a Bible and look natural. But that being said, yeah, it's this will turn into a whatever it is he wants this to be. I don't know what his end game is, but yeah, you don't if you want to hate people. But if we call you a bigot for doing so, you
Mhm.
don't get to be offended that you're a bigot. And I don't care where your bigotry stems. If it started in Sunday school or your parents decided to tell you that the Bible says something, and that's where you've based your entire hatred for groups of people,
Mhm.
okay, I accept that. But you also have to understand that in the context of civilization, you're a bigot, no matter what you're hiding behind to be one. And that's it. I'm not going to get worked up about it. I'm not going to sit here and yell at anybody. Just know you are a bigot. You're a
Mhm.
religious bigot, period.
Mhm.
And it is
Oh,
what it is.
don't worry. I'm still going to yell at people. I just can't help it.
Oh, I can't.
I can. I still have the energy. But I
Mm,
have found it interesting, just the same arguments over and over and over again. And then this is my favorite argument that people try to do. And this is what you learn in debate class when you're in fifth grade. And it's simply one of those things where you try to say, "Oh, you're being real emotional. Why can't you talk to me about it?" That's not an argument. That is one of those things
mm,
where you're attempting to just frustrate the other person into making yourself to seem measured and calculated, when in
yeah.
actuality, you haven't said a fucking word to actually make your point. And instead, you just come off looking like an idiot. It's a disingenuous argument. And I'm so tired of. I've always said this. I am not that smart, but I am smarter than these motherfuckers.
But I'm also not getting emotional. Like, that's the thing. You can't even use that argument on me. I grew up in a small town here in Texas.
Mhm.
I have been fighting these fights since I was in the 8th grade. Like, I have been angry about religion being brought into school. We had the ACLU on and this is not a joke, on
On speed
speed
dial.
dial when they tried to make us pray, when they tried to enforce dress codes and hair codes and things that are not allowed under the umbrella of a public school. I've been doing this for longer than some of these mouth breathers have been alive. You're not going to get me riled up. And you're also not going to convince me that a book somehow, some way has decided that it's okay to hate people. That is not a religion that I
Mhm.
put stock in. I believe, as an atheist, that religion should be positive. If we're gonna sit here and look at all the religions around the world, and I know they're not, I know there many wars are based on them, but
Mhm.
in my idealistic mind, if you're gonna join a religion, you should be joining one that's making people better, that the world will be a better place as a result of your belief system. This is not that for me. So I've never ever liked or felt comfortable when this kind of argument comes forward, and it makes me just irritated beyond
Mhm.
words.
And you know what also makes me irritated? The follow-up arguments, and I've seen it in the sports media, I've seen it on Twitter, I've seen it from just about anyone humanly possible, and it's
Mm.
just always a straw man argument and a desperate attempt to justify hating somebody, and it fucking pisses me off, but it gets them going like, "Well, I don't see you have the same energy for people
Ah,
that beat their wives." Yeah, the fuck I don't. I think everybody from domestic violence should be kicked out of the game, period, stop. Well,
yep.
this guy, what about the guy that did this? Okay, I'm willing to have those conversations with you, but how about we finish this fucking conversation? Then
Nope.
we'll talk about that. Fucking
Nope.
dicks.
I've been doing that as well. There's just every time somebody says or does something stupid or bad,
Mhm,
and we all react to it as talking heads. I don't know, and maybe this is what we're supposed to do now. We have to say, before I get to Jade and Ivy, I'd
mhm,
like to remind everyone over the last 20 years of the following people I have absolutely demolished with words because of the shit that they've done. If
mhm,
that's how that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then also, then you're not familiar with us as people. And that's okay
mhm,
too. I don't expect people to know everything I've ever said or even have watched anything I've done. But don't come at me and tell me what I have and have not done when that's
mhm,
not true. Because
mhm.
now you've been dismissed.
Yes. Over
Dismissed.
and over and over again. And also, you know what it weirdly reminds me of is when, like, the Caitlin Clark thing, when she came in and she had to make sure she mentioned 14 names before she could
It's
answer the question.
exactly that. And by the way, whatabouters, I can't. The whatabouts are exhausting.
It's very, very exhausting. All right, Michelle, can we talk about my favorite thing in the world right now? I have a tweet
Wait a
right now
minute.
that
Is it Summer House? Because I'm in.
okay, I'm glad you brought that up. We will talk about Summer House in a little bit because I have never heard of this shit
Time to
until
get serious,
yesterday
dude.
because Tyrone Johnson told me about it, and I'm listening to all this shit going like, what is this? Okay, I'm going to watch this. I have to.
Oh,
But no,
dude.
my favorite thing right now is Major League Baseball's ABS challenge system, Michelle. It
Oh,
is
yeah, okay.
truly changing the world, and I can't get enough of it. It is just for full transparency. I don't know if you've known my take on this, but I think I've told you this. I didn't like that they were putting this in because
Right,
it was just like, well, you're telling, and I've said this on the air a bunch of times. You're telling us all you can get every single pitch completely correct. So
correct.
I get it. You want to be able to sell it to somebody, which is why the ABS challenge system is sponsored by T-Mobile. Yada yada yada. I'm like, this is just stupid. Just get the calls right. Until I watched it in action. And God damn it, I was so wrong. It's the greatest thing in the world.
So
Watching.
it's weird. It's like so set it up because all I heard in highlights yesterday was like the Yankees got 5 ABS challenges, right?
Oh,
Like,
it's been
okay.
so much more than that. So this is how it
That's
works.
crazy.
If there's a strike call and you're hitting and you disagree, you cannot consult with the dugout. You cannot consult with players. Nothing. It's
Okay.
a you decision. A you decision, and you have 2 seconds to tap
Who's
the
the
top of
you?
your
The
head.
batter?
The batter
Oh,
has
okay.
2 seconds to tap his head to get it reviewed. Now, if he is right and the call is overturned, you keep that challenge and you start the game with 2
Oh,
challenges. If you get it
nice.
wrong, you lose that challenge. So I didn't realize that this was going to be used as strategy because I see guys stepping out on questionable calls, thinking about challenging and changing their minds because that guy's hitting 8th and Aaron Judge is coming up in a little bit. If you take away a challenge from Aaron Judge, they're going to take you out back and beat the shit out of you in the clubhouse. So watching guys actually do this with strategy has actually been fantastic. But what's been more fantastic, Michelle, is watching in real time umpires getting challenged over and over and over again. And the first one that
Weird.
really caught my eye was Doug Eddings with Salvador Perez. He missed
Okay.
like 5 low strikes that because Salvador Perez, the catcher and the pitcher, can also challenge. It looks like most teams are leaving it to the catcher, which is the smart thing to do because the catcher is really
Wait,
the one in there.
I thought you said the batter can
The batter
challenge.
can challenge, the pitcher can challenge if they don't get a strike
Oh,
call, and the catcher can challenge if they don't get a
a
strike call.
lot of going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Wow.
Salvador Perez is down there catching these low pitches. Doug Eddings, umpire, calls ball, challenge. It caught the bottom of the zone, strike. Challenge again, caught the bottom of the zone, strike. And there was a tweet written down that said, Salvador Perez introduces Doug Eddings to the bottom of the strike zone 5 times.
5 times.
It gets better,
Is it
Michelle.
making the games super long?
No, because the challenge system goes by really fast. And here's why it gets even better, Michelle.
Damn, it's a lot.
There are some bad umpires out there, and said bad umpires are getting very exposed. I would like to let you know about a guy named CB Buckner, and there is a tweet right now
Uh-oh.
going around Twitter that's going very viral, and it's being brought to you here by a company called Dugout Report. Some guy named Cody Decker wrote out, I got called out on strikes in my first MLB game by CB Buckner. AJ Ellis got to first base later in the game and congratulated me for officially becoming a big leaguer because I got, quote unquote, CB'd. Also,
Oh, no.
never got a major league start again.
Oh, no. That
True
guy still by the
story.
way, was that the gentleman? He seemed a little bit on the older side. How old is that CB
So
Buckner?
CB Buckner is probably a little bit up there in age. CB
Uh, uh,
Buckner's having a really bad week. CB Buckner was doing the game between the Boston Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds with like 2 outs and bases loaded, Michelle. And with a 2-2, like a 2-1, a 1-2 count, I'm sorry. Eugenio Suarez at the plate gets a bad strike 3 call. Suarez wastes no time. Crowd kind of goes wild. You find out, ball's low by like 2 inches, crowd goes wild. We got a 2-2
do they
count.
show it?
Yes,
Does the ABS
they show
Oh
a
my
whole
god.
play of the pitch hitting and missing the zone, and that umpire gets embarrassed in real time. Then next pitch, strike 3 call, doesn't waste any time, hits it again. Crowd goes crazy loud. Call
Oh, wow.
overturned, 3-2 count. Eugenio Suarez still up there, and it's electric. Michelle, the crowd reacted like Stone Cold Steve Austin's glass
Yeah.
just crashed. It has been amazing. Anyways, CB Buckner is just getting crushed behind the plate, and he has a very big zone, and it's not been going well for him. But here's
Cody.
why this is what, and a part of me kind of does feel bad because calling balls and strikes back there is no easy task these days. You're asking these guys to like get this right by the millimeter at this point. I see that being a problem. However, Michelle, CB Buckner last night made the single worst call of his
Oh,
career, and ABS had nothing to do with it. Nothing. Nothing at all, because he wasn't behind the plate. He was at first base. Michelle,
for
here
God's
is a
sake.
play in last night's Brewers game. That's a throw from the second baseman going over the first baseman's head. The runner, Jake Bowers, runs through the bag. Safe at first, right? Everything seemed normal to you, Michelle?
It seems like look, I don't have, all the knowledge in the world, but my eyesight's pretty damn good. Looks fine to me.
He was immediately called out by CB Buckner after they got the ball and tagged him, claiming that he didn't touch first base. Shall we zoom in?
Yeah, we need to zoom in.
Claiming he did
Yeah,
not touch first base.
He's literally getting his mail at first base. Like, it's just there.
Michelle,
living.
would you like to know the bigger problem?
Wow.
Let's look at another angle. Where is CB Buckner even fucking looking?
Hot chick in the front row? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Let me look him up. How old is he really?
I don't know, but he wasn't paying attention. And the call was challenged. And then there was a camera on both managers' faces, both Pat Murphy and I can't believe I'm forgetting the manager of the Rays name right now, but they just both had a look of dumbfounded, borderline joy on their faces, going like, we're really doing this, huh? We're still letting this happen? Like, this is bad, dude.
63. Oh, he's Jamaican. I love that. But he's 63. I don't know what it. Oh, by the way, dumb but yet logical question. Do folks do umpires, do anybody in sort of the judicial side of sporting, do they get their eyes checked as part of a yearly? And I'm not even trying to be I'm
I
genuinely
know.
asking.
I honestly, I did, so I have to hope the umpires
You would
did
think it'd be
too.
part of their physical, right? We all kind of have to do certain
But
things.
that's
We don't
not even
have
his.
to, but we do.
But that's not even
Wow.
his eyes. Like, he's just
Not.
looking a different direction, and he made a call that was blatantly wrong.
And they don't get asked, they're not interviewed, right? You don't get to go to a ump after the game and be like, what did you see? You don't get that.
I don't
I've
even know what
always had a
CB
little bit of
Buckner's
an
voice
issue with
sounds like.
that. You know what? Lou Will is that way too about refs. It's almost unfair that things can happen like blatant mistakes like that. And then that guy never answers for himself, right? We never get to ask him. But I don't mean attack him. I mean a genuine scrum of media beat writers. Just, hey man, we couldn't help but notice on the freeze frame, you're literally not looking in the direction of the call that was so inaccurate. What's going on here? It's crazy. There's no real account unless this leads to people getting fired more. Is that possible?
Either that or guys actively retiring. Angel Hernandez saw what was coming and got out of Dodge before any of this happened. And I'm not going to lie to you, Michelle. Right now, I kind of wish that Angel Hernandez was still out here, because I would love for him to face this music.
A lot of people would probably love for him to take that journey
Yes.
with all of us. By the way, it is crazy that they get to do it themselves, but it's not adding excessive time to games.
No, it's actually shockingly quick.
Crazy.
And it's listen, Michelle, I'm telling you, watch a game. And when it happens in a big moment, it really is different. It really is fun. Major League Baseball has really made its way into the 20. It took a while, but they made their way into the 21st century, and I'm loving it.
I feel like they went from 0 to 100 though. This technology is better than most.
I know.
It is. There should be a chart. You get this many challenges against you as an ump, you lose your job. Because if you think about it in terms of production and what we're expected to do for our respective employers, if I screw up so many times, I'm justifiably fired. That is just how it works. And I don't root for people. Well, I do, some people to get fired, but not for the most part.
I do.
But if I can show you, hey, these are, I know, but think about it. If I go to an ump, at mid-season, let's say they do a mid-season review, and I hold in front of you 30 missed calls that have all been proven so by the robots. I don't know how you continue, or maybe you get demoted and sort of go back to AAA or something. I don't know.
Me neither.
But it feels a little weird.
But it is just, Michelle, it is so good. I can't get enough of it. And also, this is really weird. I don't think my tweet is all that crazy. So it is straight. It's blowing my mind, because this tweet has gotten 2 million impressions and it's been going crazy. And by the way, I'm not insinuating that I didn't have more starts because of CB Buckner, but he
Just
didn't
saying.
help.
He didn't help. He
No.
definitely was not on the helping side of
No, he was
things.
not. He was not there to help me in any way, shape, or form. What do you
That's right.
what do you say, Michelle? We hit over to some quick hitters.
Love it.
I'd like to say
Mhm, mhm.
happy April Fool's Day. It's April 1st, and
Oh,
to
yeah.
all of those who adhere to this wonderful holiday. Michelle, question number one: it being April Fool's Day, what is the best prank you ever saw, were a part of, or heard of? Whether it's in sports, not in sports, just something you kind of dig.
That has to be April Fools?
It doesn't have to be. It can be any prank whatsoever.
I mean, I know there's some epic sort of Hollywood pranks that we've all heard, like the John Krasinski, George Clooney, like that little
Those
group
are always really,
has
really good.
yeah, yeah, because 'cause they're like months and years long sometime, which is and really fantastic, by the way. You know, it's a good question. I feel like it's like when you're somebody puts you on the spot to tell a joke. All of a sudden,
That
I'm
is
like,
fair.
"Shit,
I
can't remember
mean,
a single joke."
I'll just tell mine, just because obviously I was a guy that played a lot of pranks, and
Yes.
obviously everyone knows the Jeff Rancour prank, so I'll leave that one off. But I honestly think my favorite prank that I got to pull on a guy was, and this was in rookie ball. Um, this guy and I had a prank war going all season long.
Mhm.
So there was one day he got to the field early. I took all of his clothes, wetted them in water, put them in
Oh,
the
that's
meat locker, and when he came back from the game from playing in the field, it was just 4 sheets of just raw ice clothes that he couldn't quite
yeah.
figure out. I enjoyed that one. My other one that I really liked during a spring training, I took a guy's entire locker, everything of his locker, put his actual locker on the pitching mound of one of the fields, and
Oh,
then I
that's nice.
hid riddles all over the complex for him to figure out where the keys were to his locker, because I locked
I like
all his
that.
things in his locker. It took
I
him
like that.
3 hours to solve the riddle.
Okay, alright, so I think I mean, I've done a few on, like, camera crews and stuff, like, over the course of shooting a season. When I was at Travel Channel, I played a pretty good joke on one of our camera guys, but when I was at Access Hollywood, we had a producer named Mark Votto who I love, very proud of his Italian heritage, very proud. Would not stop telling people. I mean, I did multiple jokes on him. We saran wrapped every item in his office all the way through the desk, every single tiny thing. We filled it with balloons one day so that when he came into work on Monday, he couldn't even open the door. But it was the tomato sauce one because he kept telling everybody he makes the best tomato sauce of anybody he knows. It's handed down recipe. And you know me with Italian stuff, I'm like, whatever. If you call it gravy, I'm not even listening. But here we are. And so we organized a tomato sauce blind taste test, and I mean, he put everything into it. He let this thing simmer. It was just is his pride and joy. The rest of us each picked a different jarred tomato sauce and pretended like we made those, and then we did the blind taste test, but we told the 2 interns who were in charge of judging, "Whatever you do, just don't pick his. Like, we don't care which one you pick, just" and it made him so angry because we didn't tell him for, like, a week or 2. We're like, "You do know everybody else had canned sauce, right?" Like, it was all garbage, and
Yeah,
he just
I
so
brought in
mad.
Prego.
Legit, like a ragu, prig, like, yeah, and I remember the look on his face because he was shocked when he didn't win. He just was absolutely positive that his sauce is the best sauce that the world's ever seen, and it gave me joy, like, I'm not gonna lie, it gave me pure joy to crush him in front of the entire office. But he was a
Oh,
great sport because we did everything to him. It was fun.
I think I've thought of a better prank that I once played on a guy. 'Cause I
Alright.
just so there is a old-fashioned prank that not a lot of people know, and I don't think you can really pull it off in today's day and age because of how air conditioners work. But this guy had a
Uh-oh.
really old car, and you know the old air conditioners that you can kinda, like, just preset with the nodules and everything just to be blowing right when the car opens?
Okay.
So right when you turn the car on, the air conditioning just I just preset it with all the like, knobs and
Gotcha.
everything
Oh,
to
yeah.
be blown.
It's
So
high.
what I did was I filled all 3 of
Oh,
his
yeah.
air conditioning things with glitter. and
Yeah, I
I
hate
just
that.
kind of got in there and I had it so it would explode. But here's what I did. So he wouldn't notice the glitter, I distracted him by filling his car entirely with balloons. So he thought the
Smart.
prank was over when he got enough balloons out of there. And then he turned the car on, and just exploded
God, I
all
love
over.
it. I love it. I'd be so mad. I'd be so
Oh, he
mad because
was.
glitter to get glitter out is not okay.
Took him
Balloons
probably a
are awesome.
month before he saw the end of that glitter.
Oh, I do love balloons are a good prank. Yeah, it's, now that I think about it, I have played some pranks, actually. Some are probably not good for public consumption. We'll go ahead and leave it at
Fair, fair, fair. Um,
that.
next question, leaving it on that whole April Fool's thing. There is one thing that I don't like about April Fools that really drives me nuts. And I want to make this, it's amateur hour, one. And two,
Oh.
the other thing that I really, really, really hate, Michelle, is online social media, Twitter,
Oh,
Instagram, everyone trying to put out their announcements that are completely bullshit. So that's actually, I have a separate question after that. Did you see any fake announcements
yes.
that actually made you laugh?
Oh, laugh? No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Not one, actually. But I haven't in fairness, I haven't seen it. I saw Shams do one. I was like, "No, Shams, don't
No,
do that.
I hate this.
You're not wired this way,
I
brother.
hate
You're not
this. I
wired."
hate this so much. The only one I saw, I think, was like the Hollywood Reporter announced that Paul Dano was starring in Quentin Tarantino's final film, and I thought
Okay, that's funny.
that was at
That's
least
funny.
kind of funny. That
I
wasn't
that's
bad.
clever. Also
Uh,
because the source, you're like, "That's a real source."
yes,
So, like, well played.
yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
My follow up question is: are we actually going to the moon? Because I don't know what's happening.
Ask me if I care. How about follow up with that? Ask me if I care.
I
Like,
don't
I
know.
couldn't possibly ever care less about shit in space. Like, I never have, never will until everything else is fixed. I don't care. So maybe. I mean, I've seen it on my timeline today, and I've seen happy astronauts, real ones. Not like the last time we went down this road, but no, I don't know. I don't. Do we need to? How about that? Do we need to go to the moon?
No, no,
Okay,
we don't. We
okay.
really,
I didn't
really
think
don't.
so.
All right, last question of quick hitters, and I think you're gonna be really happy with this. Unless, of course, it is somehow an April Fool's announcement, but there's a
Oh,
rumor going around that Monday Night Football double headers are going to be a thing of the past. What say
why? Wait,
you,
why?
Michelle Beadle?
Who hold
Because
on. Does
I have
ESPN still have them? Or
yes,
did they move? Oh, they didn't move.
they
Okay,
are
because
still
now I
at
don't know
ESPN.
anymore who has what.
I
Well, that's
want to believe
interesting.
it's real.
I mean, look, if it's not real,
Mhm.
that's a weird self-own, because then it would be like you're basically trolling us because you know we hate this, and you're still gonna do like, I it's a w that's a weird one. So, I don't know. I hope there's not. I just find them I
It's
mean,
my
look, when
least
you're on the
favorite thing.
West Coast, fine. Doubleheader doesn't really matter to us, but anybody on the East Coast, hell, even Central, good luck with that second game.
It's brutal.
You're never gonna
It's
see it.
it's absolutely brutal. I
Yeah, I
fucking
don't love it.
living it Michelle,
Wow.
back in New York. Oh my god.
No,
I
you just chalk it up to, "I'm just not going to see that game.
oh,
Sorry. I'll catch up tomorrow."
oh, the absolute worst. All right, that's it for quick hitters, Michelle. Quick
Okay.
hits on football, real quick. I just got a question. What is it with Philadelphia and desperately needing a fall guy preemptively? Because didn't we do this 2 years ago with Sirianni and they won a title? And am I also
Hmm.
wrong in thinking that Jalen Hurts is not maybe, the most successful Philly quarterback ever?
Okay, so there's a backstory here, because like, I don't why is he a fall guy? What's happening?
So what is going on is there's a lot of rumors going around, and there's a lot of people supposedly in Philadelphia speaking. And there is an article being written by ESPN today saying that like he is not cooperative with the team. He goes out on his own. He doesn't follow the game plan. He frustrates his coach, and it's like a lot of people saying this from anonymous sources. And
Mm.
all it did was frustrate me because I'm sitting there reading this, going like, oh my God, we're doing this again. Didn't we immediately just like a year after Sirianni wins the Super Bowl,
Mm.
we started immediately going into, well, Sirianni can't do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he can. It's just like it's like Philly is desperate for a fall guy preemptively, and I just don't get it. And they keep Why Jalen Hurts? That like the guy has been your best QB in the history of your franchise.
He seems look, number 1, he seems about as mentally strong a person as you could have in that role, right? So, on the one hand, as I'm about to say this out loud, this could be very detrimental to some quarterbacks because now you're walking around the locker room thinking, "Well, who said all that shit?" Like, anonymous who are the anonymous sources that are talking smack about me? But I don't think he will be affected in that way, right? Like, maybe someone younger, maybe someone more insecure. But I don't know what the point of this is. Like,
Me
it's
neither.
why would you put the seeds of doubt that there's camaraderie and great, team vibes in anybody's mind? Like, it's just a weird and it's a hit piece in the middle of the off season. Like, I don't really get it at all, honestly. I wonder what Philly fans think. Like, what are the Eagles fans thinking about a hit piece like this in
I don't.
April, no less?
I don't know. And like, if you were to tell me, well, Philly did finish the year 7-9 last year. Nope, that was the Cowboys. Well, Philly did finish the year 5-12. Nope, that was the Commanders. They finished 4-13. Nope, that was the Giants. The Philadelphia Eagles went 11-6 last year. What is this?
I don't know. What if it would be funny actually if it was coming from his camp because he slowly wants out?
What's out of there,
That would be brilliant. Well played, sir.
dude?
I could see that
That is.
happening too. Yeah, I don't know how they choose and pick. I mean, whoever wrote the piece, I'm sure if somebody started giving him information and he went digging or she went digging and more people were willing to give more information, yeah, as a reporter, you're like, "Well, this is fantastic." But I don't know why from inside the house you would even offer any of this stuff. Not
Mhm.
at all, actually. Huh.
Staying on football for just a moment, Michelle. I would like to play you a video of head coach of the New York Jets, Aaron Glenn, talking some great things about his new quarterback, well, new old quarterback, Geno
Yay.
Smith.
Okay.
Listen, he fits exactly what we're trying to do. So obviously, we've created an identity. The foundation of our offense is pretty good now. Like I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land. He's the guy that's going to touch the ball more than anybody else on offense. And listen, I know he had his struggles, and I think a lot of quarterbacks, they have their struggles. If you look at over the last 5 years, the guy that's thrown the most interception. I mean, the top guys are up there. Listen,
Hold on. That looked like that dude was ready for Love Island. Like the shirt and the vibes. Like, I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir. What is the promised land 5-12? I don't know what
Where
the
is
promised land is.
maybe that is what the promised land is to the Jets. I don't know. He did. Listen, Geno Smith didn't play every game last year, and I'll freely
Hmm.
admit he had a horrible line playing for my Raiders. I'll
Fair.
freely admit it. And I'll freely admit before that he did have a couple of 10-win seasons and did really well over there. But Geno Smith didn't get younger in this last year. He didn't get less
Oh,
beat up in this last year. And to sit around and say that the other guys that were up there in
hmm.
interceptions, I mean, I'll give it to you. Like Tua Tagovailoa had 15 interceptions last year, and I can't stress enough. I don't know if you want him compared to Tua right
No,
now,
you don't. You
but
don't.
then you got like Sam Darnold with 14. So won the fucking Super Bowl.
That's a real big asterisk, actually.
Yeah, Josh
Uh,
Allen, sure, he throws some interceptions. He also gave you like 40 touchdowns.
I wish there was a follow-up with a straight face, like, please define the promised land, just so we kind of know what you mean. Because
Is the promised land the second pick of the 2027 NFL draft?
I honestly like, is that the promised land? It's a genuine question. But I'm just he looked like a badass in that video. Like
He
he
did
could
look
play
good.
today if he wanted to.
He did look pretty
What the
good.
hell was that?
I'm not gonna lie. He looked quite handsome and fetching. Good for him.
Sheesh.
All right, Michelle. What do you say we go ahead and let's do some shiggling?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Michelle, what are you shiggling about today?
Well, I'd like to go ahead and talk about the story that's got America divided.
Hmm.
Summer House. The Summer House scandal of 2026 has taken over everything. I saw John Hamm talking about it last night on television. That is where we are as a nation. And sometimes it is good to get distracted by trash. Everyone knows who's familiar with me. I watch a lot of garbage television. I will not say sorry for that. But this, we got Scandival out of Vanderpump Rules, and that was fantastic. Tom
Mhm.
Sandoval, Ariana Madix, like she turned it into one hell of a career, and he's still a loser, right? So that was fun drama. We were all a part of it. This is so sloppy and messy, and if you're not familiar with Summer House, quite the gist of it is a house in the Hamptons that some young, sexy New Yorkers rent. This is what you do in New York. You rent a house in the Hamptons, and every Friday you go out to the Hamptons and you return to the city every Sunday or Monday. That is the tradition on the East Coast. It's fabulous if you do it, I'm sure. And this is a group of kids that started on the show. I think it's been on like something like 10 seasons. All I know is they were running a marathon of season 1 yesterday, and it was wild to go back and sort of watch because a few of those cast members are still around. Bottom line, there was a married couple on this show. He's
Mhm.
been a douche since day one. She always seemed like a meek sort of idiot that married this douche, right? Like none of this. They didn't start this series married, to put it that way, and she
Mhm.
still married him. So it's one of those where you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Anywho, another cast member, gentleman by the name of West, who's, the friendly one. They all hook up all the time. I mean, they're young people living it up. Apparently, those two are together now. And yesterday, this all came to a violent and terrifying stop when the two were actually, I guess, forced to issue a statement, a real statement, talking about, sorry, bad timing, but we all of a sudden figured out we like each other more than we thought we did. You got everybody's being hounded by paparazzi. You got the husband who's now having to answer questions. You got the girl that I guess thought she loved West, who she feels betrayed, and her friend betrayed her. It is trauma. And I think look, it's to be consumed as it is. I mean, I have one friend, God bless her soul, who with a straight face yesterday was telling me, I just feel so bad for Sierra. And Sierra's the girlfriend, right? Who also dated this guy. And I'm like, hold on. What? No, we don't care. These aren't real people. She's like, no, I feel so bad for Sierra because I would never do that to a friend. And I was like, yeah, no shit. We also wouldn't do the stuff they do on television. It was crazy. I was like, you're not serious, are you? Like, I feel bad for anybody. This is
I mean,
hilarious. But here we is. Here we is.
Tyrone Johnson brought up the exact same thing. I had
Yeah.
never I had never heard of this show. And I will freely admit I've never watched Vanderpump Rules. I've never heard of these people, but
Good.
apparently this is so batshit that I got to go check it out. So
Well,
I'm gonna.
you don't even, I guess I would tell you, because now people are like, oh, no, the season just ended. This last current ended. This stuff was, I guess, starting to happen at the end of the taping of the season. The best part about it, because these reunion shows for all these shitty reality TVs sometimes are some of the best. It's the best trash television you can get.
Mhm.
They haven't even taped the reunion yet. It tapes in 2.5 weeks.
So okay, I got a question for you, and
Now I'm
realistically, because I
Yep.
guarantee, like, obviously that'll be fireworks. But you, as a producer, say you were producing this show completely, you were the showrunner, you could do anything you want. Is there a part of you that think it might be a good idea to maybe pull back a little bit and not put them in the reunion? Hear me out. Why? Save it for the next season of the show and let it really kind of blow up in an ugly
I
way.
don't know. I don't know, 'cause now you're putting all your eggs in a basket about, is
You are.
everyone coming
It's a
back?
it's a gamble.
I don't know. No, I think you spend what you have. You do it, 'cause it's gonna be awesome. Like, it's crazy how PR can change in the matter of an hour. This Amanda girl was set up to be like the sweetheart who married a douchebag and is finally gonna that is sleeping with her best friend's ex. Like, it's just that. So, yeah, it's hilarious. It's good shit. It's good dumb shit. I like it.
Okay. Okay.
I like it.
Michelle, here's what I'm
Mm,
shilling on. It's been a while since the truly original people at Pizza Hut have changed the game. And as you know,
mm,
back in 1995, they really
mm.
changed the game by really going some bold young whippersnapper and said, "Hey, we got this crust. I say we throw some mozzarella in that damn crust." And that was the birth of stuffed crust pizza. Well done, Pizza Hut. It's been a while since they've innovated. But the innovation has come to fruition, Michelle. 2026 is the year, and in Canada, no less, they are
Of
experimenting.
course.
Get ready
Damn Canada.
for hot dog stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Ladies and gentlemen, the innovations only continue. Thank you, Canada.
Wait, why is like we're the fat ones? Why is Canada
I
doing this
guess they're
first?
trying to compete with us. I don't know. Apparently, the plan is to put a full like hot dog ring all the way around and in the stuffed crust. Sounds so gross.
I just drove from LA back to San Antonio, and
Yeah.
in doing that, I made 7, and I counted them, 7 truck stops, right, to get gas, let Winnie go potty, yada yada.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, this is gonna be a hit. From what I've seen, what people eat, this is gonna be one of the best sellers of all time. No.
Well,
No, I like a hot dog. I also don't like shitty pizza, no offense.
yeah, and by the way, and good news, I actually do like shitty pizza. I love me some Papa John's on occasion. I love me some Domino's on occasion. I'm not gonna lie. There's something very nostalgic to those two things. But I hated stuffed crust pizza with a
Too
passion.
much.
And this is just, I feel full talking and thinking
Wait,
about it.
so it's hot dogs wrapped in crust, that's the crust still,
Mhm.
and then the pizza's still there.
Oh yeah,
Well, I mean, look, your protein intake got better, so that is very 2026. But
very
I'm
much.
shocked by Canada in this in their role in this. This should be ours.
Those
This is where
inno-
we reign supreme.
well,
Damn it.
I guess listen, we've been beating them at Canada hockey, so they're like, you know what, we got to beat them in their fat game.
Well done, Canada.
That
Well done.
hitting us where it really is always the highlight of my week. What do
Oh,
you
no.
say? What
You
do
gotta get your weeks up.
I know it's pretty shitty. What do you say we go ahead and reflect about it?
Love it.
Reflections. Oh, Michelle, here's what I'm reflecting on, and it is quite simple. Today is
Mhm.
April 1st, and this is not a joke. I hate April Fool's Day, but there is something that's very special to me on April 1st and April Fool's Day, and it's this guy right here. As you can see, lying
Bubba!
down and
He's
having himself
helping.
a
He's
wonderful,
helping.
wonderful time. He helped produce today's show. He's been just sitting there being moral support, and that is, of course, my dog, Franklin, who has been with me now for officially. Today is his 5th birthday, and he
Oh,
is
he's a
the
baby.
best dog in the world. This dog I got as a littlest puppy in 5 years ago, and he has started in Los Angeles with me. He moved to El Paso, Texas with me, back to Los Angeles with me, over to New York City with me, back to Los Angeles with me. This dog has been everywhere and has lived multiple lifetimes in this 5 years, and I want him to live forever. He's the best dog. Franklin, happy birthday,
No,
buddy. You're
don't
a
wake him
sweetheart.
up.
Everyone loves you.
Bubba.
Everyone loves you. Happy birthday, buddy.
Okay, you know what? We need to stop waking up dogs from deep sleeps just because you felt like it. Like, imagine if he'd done that to you.
He does do that to me all the
Oh, yeah.
fucking time.
I forgot. They do it all the time. They snore, they lick, they move. It's
Oh,
like, damn, imagine
and
him
this
sleeping
dog
with you.
licks. You know this dog licks.
Trust me, the allergies are so bad. I don't know how much you can see of it, but between my eyes and my nose just leaking since I got back, Winnie suffered. Like nobody's sleeping through the night right now from all of that. My reflection, honestly, is simple. I'd like to thank the universe for giving us yesterday what could only be considered one of the funniest, inadvertently hilarious moments. Gnome's husband with the Cash Patel nipple boobs out of my mind forever. It brought me such
It's
joy.
unbelievable.
First of all, I was like, this can't be, this is where we live now, right? No matter what I don't care what side of anything you're on, but anything we see these days, and rightfully so, by the way, we're like, this can't be real, right? Is this real? We have to confirm it 9 times that it's real. And by God, gloriously it was.
Amazing.
Nipples
Amazing.
facing 2 different directions, bigger than anybody has any business having. I loved it so much. And so thank you, universe.
Mhm.
Thank you.
And by the way, Michelle, I'm not here to kink shame you. unless, of course, you spend
Ever.
your life kink shaming and shaming everyone else for their lives. So you know what? So beautiful that this
Yeah.
wonderful, pathetic house of cards is just crashed down directly on top of you as if you were one of the Lannisters trying to make out at King's Landing. I love it.
God bless us all. I'm glad we were all alive for this part of the timeline.
Mhm. My favorite thing is everyone was took that photo and photoshopped the dog in the background, said the dog knew too much.
Oh, my favorite one was fuck, marry, kill, him, Lewandowski, and then the dog. Oh, what a time. Again, anytime you hear too much crying and arguing, there's probably some deflection going on. Here he is. Here he is.
Oh,
Also, I just love giant fake boobs. It tickled me. It
I
absolutely
loved the
tickled me.
pointing in like every possible direction. It was just
It's Kash Patel. It's like he took a picture of Kash Patel's eyes and went, "Make these nipples."
uh, if
I
you
did.
want to see a similar thing of guys accusing other people of what they're guilty of, feel free to follow me on Twitter right now because my comments today for defending homosexuals apparently has just brought out the very best in a lot of people on Twitter.
It's ask yourself this. Do you hate an entire group of people? If the answer is yes, you're the asshole. Like it's that simple. So, like, and I mean a group of people for like shit that has nothing to do with anything. Like, yeah, I hate pedophiles.
Mhm.
Ironically, that's okay to hate groups of pedophiles, but apparently not if you're a Christian. Here we go.
It's just wild. It's wild. Ah,
Oh,
Michelle, this was a
God, I
blast
hate ice
today.
cream.
Ah, blast today as always. One, you enjoy. You got any restaurant? You going to any restaurants in San Antonio? Anything you like looking forward to eating, or are you just chilling?
Well, my dad, big night last night, took Bob. If I take a minute here, if you don't mind, uh, Bob Beadle, let's get together, have some dinner. Brought his dog over. Right now, currently, my dad is golfing with Jordan Spieth, and my brother's caddying in the Texas Valero Open. I have gotten no updates, which I'm not shocked. No one ever tells me anything. But we're like, Dad, where do you want to go eat, or do you want to come over here? We can grill, we can cook, whatever. I want to go to Willie's. I'd never been to a Willie's, so I was like, okay, whatever. We walked in there. It was by the way, it's adorable. Like, I just wanna start with that. It's got, like, this crazy chandelier with Shiner bottles, and it's like it's very sort of Texas roadhousey, what have you.
And I love me a
And I
Texas
swear
Roadhouse Pub.
I looked at my brother's girlfriend at one point, and I was like, "Courtney, I feel like am I a tourist?" I looked at that menu like I'd never seen. I was like, "Let's get fried mushrooms. Let's get fried onion rings. There's chicken fried steak." Like, there was I just lost it. Of course, then I don't eat much these days, so I ate 3 bites and I'm like, "I'm full." Dessert was this big. Nothing has any right being that big. But yeah, that's where my dad wanted to go. So we'll see if we get another dinner out of Bob Beadle. He's a hard person to pin down, but I think he had a good time.
Listen, I love me some Bob Beadle. I hope Bob Beadle will call me one day to go golfing and go to Willie's, and I look forward to that wonderful, wonderful day. Guys, like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast. The show will be up wherever you get those podcasts later on today. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and, of course, right here on Twitch and Twitter. And yes, we'll be posting videos later on today. Which ones will they be? I don't know. This was a blast. I got to go through the entire show and pick them out. Michelle,
Oh,
you're the absolute best, badass. Just enjoy your time back home in San Antonio, and I cannot wait to see you this next Monday.
that's right. Go Spurs, go. And as always, RIP. Estelle Getty.